Happy to be here in Hong Kong. Quickly, I'm just give you my intro. My name is Anurag. I'm co-founder of Avail. Previously, I co-founded Polygon back in 2017. Avail was actually started within Polygon back in 2020, and we actually spun Avail out of Polygon last year. Avail focuses on enabling the roll-up centric future that is going to come, and so we kind of focus on things like data availability, roll-up interoperability, as such the unification of Web3. And in general, like today I'm just going to talk a little bit about the fragmented UI UX in the Web3 sector and how we are planning to solve this. Just to also give some context, after spinning out of Polygon this year, we also kind of raised some funds. We raised like 27 million. We announced that recently, and and more is coming. More of that news is coming shortly. I think in general, we kind of know that like what is coming is, you might have seen the number of rollups that are coming to the market, and in general, if you go to L2B, there's this hundreds of rollups, at least 50 that you can see on L2B that are already live, more coming, and all of these require scalable data availability, and that's the focus of one of the first products that coming out. But we also kind of built something called Nexus to solve the problem of UX fragmentation. And so I'll kind of gloss over all the problems as such, but this is primarily the Avail product suite. It's called the Avail Trinity. We have the Avail DA, or the data availability component. We have Avail Nexus and Avail Fusion. In general, what Avail DA is the state-of-the-art scalable DA layer, a data availability layer that kind of enables roll-up scalability. And it kind of uses things called KZG polynomial commitments and data availability sampling to enable, like roll-up scalability at web scale. This is a democratic construct of what Avail is. I think Avail is only one of the only projects that implements data availability sampling in a validity proof-based manner, and it's coming pretty soon in a few weeks. We've been building this for like 3.5 years, and this is built on some of the same primitives that Ethereum is going to use on its danksharding roadmap. Again, going to skip over the architecture, but in general, it uses Grandpa Web consensus, has about 1,000 validators and such. I think one of the exciting things that we had going for these days was the Light Client challenge that we had, and we had like a massive interest from people. Within 2 or 3 days, we had like 350,000 Light Clients running, all of them doing data availability sampling on the network, and we expect more than 1 million Light Clients on mainnet pretty soon. Avail is not only a data availability layer, that's just the beginning. What we build on top is something called Avail Nexus. Like if we are really moving into a world of rollups, there are going to be these thousands of rollups. And what that necessarily means is there are going to be thousands of bridges. And so the best way to visualize Nexus is like this abstraction protocol on top that kind of abstracts the chains away from the user. So you don't really need to kind of think about all these chains. It's basically one unifying coordination layer. And so if you kind of think of it, right, like there are so many rollups, like there's Arbitrum, Optimism, ZK Sync, Starkware, Polygon, Scroll. And so it's just a lot of mental overload in kind of switching between rollups, bridging between tokens between rollups, and it's going to be a very bad UX for users if like we are moving into this kind of a world. And so Avail Nexus focuses on building a composability layer on top of these rollups, using things like proof aggregation and such. And so that's what we call the unified experience as such. not getting into the details, but like we just do a interoperability protocol over a single proof to verify the validity of all the executions of the chains underneath. This is how it looks like. We have like the Nexus layer with like the proof aggregation bit in between. This will come later this year. And finally, like we kind of implement something called Fusion. This is pretty exciting. If you kind of look at the bottom of the layer, most blockchains are run using staking of one token. So of course we use the Avail native token for staking, but one of the innovations that we bring to the table is to allow people to also stake BTC and ETH to power the Avail base layer. And so this is something that we are going to kind of kickstart pretty soon. A testnet is supposed to come pretty soon. Yeah, so I'll keep it short. In general, we focus on things like rollup scalability, ensure that rollups are composable between each other, and ensure that it's done in a very secure and trust minimized manner. And so essentially, we kind of help layers to scale and interoperate. So that's kind of the main goal for Avail. These are some of the contact credentials, and I'll just keep it short. Thank you very much.